Hey everyone! Today, we're discussing something important but often hard to talk about: porn addiction. It's a growing issue that many people face in today's digital world. In this video, we'll break down what porn addiction is, why it happens, how it can affect us, and, most importantly, some steps to regain control. Meet Harry. Let's talk about someone we'll call Harry. At first, Harry watched porn a few times a week, maybe after a tough day or when he was bored. But over time, what started as a small habit has grown to a point where Harry is spending hours each day watching porn. It's even affecting his work breaks and lunches. Now, instead of him choosing to watch, he feels like he has to. Harry's become addicted. And he's not alone. Around 200,000 people are estimated to have similar struggles with porn. Why porn addiction is hard to control. Like any addiction, porn addiction has a lot to do with the brain. When someone watches porn repeatedly, it rewires their brain's pleasure centers, the areas that make us feel good. The more Harry watched, the more his brain began to crave it, sometimes even more than real-life intimacy. This type of behavior can lead to sexual issues, such as a lack of interest in a partner or even physical problems, like needing help to get aroused. A coping mechanism for deeper issues. Addiction often starts as a way to deal with underlying issues, like stress, anxiety, or even trauma. For some people, watching porn can provide quick relief from negative emotions. But this relief is only temporary, and over time, the addiction itself becomes a bigger problem. For Harry, watching porn became his way of dealing with his emotions, but it was just covering up his real problems. How porn addiction affects relationships. Addiction doesn't just affect the person dealing with it, it impacts those around them. With porn addiction, there can be a breakdown in intimacy, where someone might pull away from their partner or keep secrets. For example, partners might feel left out or lonely when they realize the person they love seems distracted or preoccupied. This disconnect can create tension, mistrust, and sadness in a relationship. How to start breaking the cycle. So, if you're dealing with this, how can you start to take back control? Here are some helpful steps. 1. Track your moods. Notice if there are times when you feel more drawn to watching porn. Maybe it's after a rough day, or maybe it's when you feel bored or lonely. By understanding your moods, you're taking the first step in noticing what might be triggering the urge. 2. Make a plan. Identify the situations or times of day that tempt you the most. For example, if you find that your computer triggers the urge, plan to spend less time on it or replace that time with another activity, like practicing a hobby or exercise. It's about finding healthy distractions instead of just stopping the habit with willpower. 3. Expect challenges and get support. Overcoming any addiction takes time, patience, and self-compassion. You may have days that are harder than others, and that's normal. Try finding a friend, therapist, or support group where you can check in and stay accountable. Having someone to talk to can make a huge difference in staying on track. 4. Address the real problems. The addiction often stems from something deeper, like work stress, loneliness, or anxiety. Think about what's really causing you to turn to porn. Talking to a counselor or therapist can help uncover and address these deeper issues, so you don't have to rely on porn as a coping mechanism. Breaking free from addiction isn't an overnight process, but recognizing that you need a change is already a huge first step. Remember, there are professionals who can help, as well as groups that provide support along the way. Whether it's therapy, joining a group, or confiding in someone you trust, taking action is essential. Taking back control isn't easy, but each step you take brings you closer to success. Thanks for watching, and remember that it's never too late to make a positive change in your life.